Welcome, my Cancers, to your 2023 year ahead reading. I'm Christine. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. It's great to have you here. And if you are returning, I'm so happy to see you again too. I'm really grateful and super excited for the year ahead and for all of you all. Thank you for taking time to be here. As I shuffle, quick reminders, know that energy is fluid. Always trust yourself over anything or what anyone else tells you. That is, trust your intuition and practice discernment. And this reading is for any placement in which you have Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, North Node, or any other. Finally, we are going to be doing a 13-card tarot spread by the tarot lady called the New Year Forecast Spread. So if you see me looking this way, it's because I have the layout right on my computer next door to me. And then we're going to end with some oracles. So without further ado, I found the cards. Let's get started and see what 2022 was about for you. What was the year that has gone by and that has ended all about? Seven of Wands. Wow, for my Cancers. So Seven of Wands, this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. And for me, this is very, it's bringing up issues of really laying down the foundation of what it is that you may want. So there may have been a year of working. Some of you may have invested more time, more energy, perhaps going back to school or gaining knowledge, education, or some type of skill set, especially when it comes to work. I'm sensing a complete dedication of your energy towards building something. So in 2022, many of you may have seen or may have experienced simply putting in a lot of energy and time into one or more areas of your life to set a foundation. And again, I'm getting a lot of, I said school, trainings, something to give you that base knowledge, perhaps for work or for your career or to help you with your finances. For some others, it may have been getting to work on a side project or side hustle. Perhaps some of you have started some type of side business. And this too could also speak to working on a relationship, very generally though, because when you have Seven of Wands, it's dedication, it's time and effort, grit, putting all of that in your effort. And we see the sun behind. So there is a lot of momentum and support here for what it is that you were doing. You may have been working slow and steady throughout the year, but I feel like with this energy, there may have been concentrated times where you just put in a lot. So maybe some days you worked extra long shifts or hours. And throughout the year, throughout 2022, you may have been experiencing some type of ebb and flow in this similar structure. So I feel like overall 2022, many of you were working hard at building and investing, putting your energy towards building your own foundation. So let's take a look now at career. What will your career outlook be like in 2023? We got Knight of Cups. I feel in general there's going to be greater emotional fulfillment. There may be some room for flexibility, for freedom, ability to almost like design your own life, I'm hearing. Some of you may be branching out on your own or working in environments that allow you more creative freedom, emotional connection, the ability to really use your skills to your utmost, the best of your ability, I should say, to use your skills optimally. I feel like in 2023, there's an expansion here and really making sure that whatever it is that you decide to pursue for your career, and that could be, you know, one job or several jobs, or if you take a look at your entire professional portfolio and what you do, I feel like it's going to be very much heart aligned. You want to invest in it. You want to take time to really connect to it. And I feel like finding something that's meaningful, that perhaps many of you are service oriented, that can give back, but also that's very important to you, perhaps close to your heart. I feel like this is like a guiding force that is helping you navigate with your career. If it doesn't connect in some way, perhaps to your values or to your heart, many of you may decide not to pursue an option, to pursue some type of project or career or job in that area. I also sense some of you may be, I heard shifting and amplifying an environment that is more we'll just say accepting, positive, nurturing. Perhaps you want to feel like your work environment is an extension of your home. So like a family type environment. So some of you may be seeking jobs and careers that allow you to perhaps blend the best of both worlds. This may be indicative of, for some of you, working from home or shifting to an environment that allows you to feel like it's home, because I feel like there's an important connection here with your work feeling like home. It doesn't have to be in the home, but feeling comfortable, feeling safe, feeling secure, because that allows you to do your work in the best way possible. Excuse me, you all. My glasses broke and I'm trying to persist through these readings before it's time to let them go. And so in general, in 2023, I sense everyone is getting a lot of heart-centered connections. There's a greater need for you to feel that fulfillment, not just in your personal life, but also in your work. Let's take a look and see what is in store for you for your finances. We have strength, Leo energy. Okay, so some of you may have to tighten up. I immediately get, I know Leo rules the 5th house, and Leo's, and this is general, you all, they have a taste for the finer things, very similar to Libra, finer things in life, luxurious. Sometimes they can be a little bit frivolous when spending money. And again, sometimes they invest too in quality versus quantity. So things may be a little bit more expensive. So I feel like with the Strength card, especially with your finances, some of you may need to kind of check in with your financial situation for 2023 and simply review. Check to see where maybe you may have been a little bit more extravagant with your spending, maybe putting in a lot more, whether it's, weekly or daily coffee runs, or perhaps spending too much at your favorite store. But there's a need to, I'm getting, some of you may not have your finances in order, or may be reticent to opening or looking into your accounts, like getting a whole picture. Quite a few signs got this. I'll say this. This energy of reviewing, and you won't know the whole picture. You won't know what actions to take and where to start until you get an overall assessment. So for some, this may be difficult. Some of you may be dealing with fear when opening your bank account, whether it's through an app or simply looking on your computer. But this is about getting comfortable with your money and treating it, because money is just energy. And so this may go along with any blocks, any scarcity blocks, things again, because your polar sign is Capricorn. And so career is very much important because Cancer rules the home, the 4th house. And so many people earn their money through their careers, not all, but this is something to consider in 2023. Also too, even though we have strength, that could take courage too, and simply realizing I need to check in with my financial health and just take a look and see where I'm at with the pictures and where we're going in the same vein. Some of you, because again, this Leo energy very much rules the heart. So there's a lot about emotional connection. You got Knight of Cups with your career outlook, and with your financial outlook, I feel like you may want to invest in things that bring you more joy. So there may be a reallocation of funds, of where you put your money. Some of you may have been spending it on things that you really didn't value in the past. Perhaps in 2022, as you're reviewing maybe your bank accounts and receipts and whatnot, you're realizing, whoa, I spent like so much on eating out. Perhaps maybe that's something you don't value, or on coffees or things that really didn't matter. And you're like, I want to invest more in things that, really light me up, like experiences, maybe music, concerts, whatever it is. So again, there's like a reassessment, reallocation of funds, but knowing that even if there's some fear around it, because sometimes people don't realize how much they spend until they actually take a look at the numbers, and then you're like, shit. That may give you a peace of mind going forward in 2023. It's interesting. We've got a gator, an alligator either being eaten by the lion or for the face of a lion here. So there may be anxiety around some money. And so that's simply when you become more aware of where you're at, you're able to create a better game plan. But when you don't know, that's where the anxiety can crop up, because we have so many questions. We tend to make assumptions and we haven't even dived in yet or looked. let's pivot now to your love outlook and see what is coming up for you all in 2023. 9 of Coins. There's going to be, okay, I'm getting a bunch of different things here. Some of you are happy being independent. For those that really don't want or care about love at this time, in 2023, some of you are focused purely on your goals, on your finances and your career. And many of you are independently abundant. Many of you can hold your own, I heard hold down your own fort. So in other words, you can provide for yourself, you're self-sufficient. And I feel like you may be considering or consider yourself like, what are they called? Boss babes? Where you are able to support yourself. And so you may completely not care about being in a relationship right now. It may just be you. You may focus on you in 2023. For those that are interested in relationships, to me, this also brings an opportunity, especially for those that want to be with partners that are similar to them. Because again, with the 9 of Cups, this is someone who is very proactive, very much in charge of their own abundance, right? They don't rely on others simply to take and to be given those things. They also can bring to the table reciprocal and similar amounts. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities in love for those that are looking. Some of you are picky, I'm getting. Or you may be asked to be discerning because of past situations or relationships. You've got a lot. I see it here with the watermelon. The 9 of Coins also talks about being blessed in this area. Some of you may meet a potential love counterpart if you're looking in your work or career environment, something to just be open. For those that are in relationships, I feel continued happiness and growth is happening. There's a shared and transparent mutual, it's almost like I heard mutual assurance, but there's like a shared transparency and openness here with those that are in coupleships, relationships. And I feel like with the 9 of Coins, you're going to experience together more abundance. That could look a number of different ways, depending on your goals, but you're going to see an richness in your lives, a depth and growth to the relationship, perhaps a deepening of your bond. Could be, again, an up-leveling of commitment, because right before the 10 of Coins, we have this 9 of Coins. So I feel like many of you are inching closer to some type of long-term commitment, and perhaps many of you are, this isn't always the case because this can represent someone who is very much tending to their own garden, right? But this could be bringing those 2 gardens together, and we're still respecting, the independence of each person's, we'll just say financial situation. So I feel like there's a merging here happening. Okay, let's take a look at the outlook for family and friends. 3 of Wands. Some of you haven't seen family or don't see them often. They may live at a distance, because I sense observation here. Some of you may be reassessing or observing your family friendship situation in 2023. Because this is looking, looking up ahead. There may be movement or moving involved. I sense for a lot of you, your close family and friends don't live near you for the vast majority of you. So some of you may be making plans, more intentional plans in 2023 to make sure that you see these people or at least connect to them on a regular basis. I also heard escape with the 3 of Wands. Some of you may be avoiding family or friends in 2023. I heard some of you may be avoiding friends or family in 2023. It's like you're climbing up the ladder and avoiding these connections because of that. So it could be because you're focused primarily in other areas of your life. And in 2023, again, there may be like a time where you reassess and you think, okay, what is it that I really want? For some of you, this is split. Some of you are looking to make these connections a regular part of your life, no matter the distance, and others, you're like, I'm good. Some of you are or have to create some distance. Let me clarify. Crap. Sorry. I just dumped all my cards. Can we get some more clarity, please, on the Three of Wands for family and friends outlook for my Cancers, please? What does the universe, what guidance does the universe have, please, for the friends and family outlook for my Cancers, please? Can we clarify the Three of Wands? Okay, we got the Empress, Knight of Coins, the Fool card, Aries energy, Seven of Wands. Ooh. A lot of you are very much focused on work. There's a sense of, yeah, a lot of you are focused. Let me put the cards in order. A lot of you are focused on work. This is clarifying the Three of Wands. And so some of you, it's like your energy, you're refocusing your energy on you. It could be because of strained family relationships or simply time commitment and energy, especially if distance is involved. But I generally see, again, with the Three of Wands, all these cards are clarifying the Three of Wands. I see in 2023, for some of my Cancers, that there's a general retraction. Some of you may be seeing your friends and family less in 2023. Again, perhaps some of you saw a lot of them this year and you're needing some time away, but I feel like with this energy, there's a general focus on you and what it is that you want to create and do. So that may mean less trips or less time out with family. But you guys, energy is fluid. This is not set in stone at all. Okay, let's continue on and take a look at your spirituality outlook. Hold on, let me fan this out. Okay. In terms of spirituality, we got the Page of Swords, Air, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. So I feel like this year, in 2023, you may come into connection, into knowledge, some new spiritual gift. Perhaps it's clairaudience because of the sword, clear hearing, but I feel like your spiritual gifts in general, your intuition is becoming more fine-tuned. You're starting to quote unquote hear it more. Necessarily doesn't have to be clairaudience, but for some, you're going to be opening up to the gift of clairaudience. We even see a little birdie here. And I feel like that's going to provide so much truth and illumination for you, because when you connect to your intuition, it not just allows you to trust yourself and to receive higher guidance and messages from your spiritual team and from, I'll just say the beyond, from higher power, but it's also your roadmap ahead because you have all the answers within you. So some of you are reconnecting in a different way to spirit, to the universe, to your own spiritual guidance. And I feel like your spirituality, there's going to be a lot more clarity for you, a lot more abundance. We see like a gold stream here. It looks like a gold river. This also brings new knowledge and information. So you may be receiving downloads, major downloads this year that are crisper. I'll just say that are noticeable. Where before you may have felt the subtlety, but you may not have trusted it completely. And I feel like in 2023, there's going to be a pronounced like sharpness, a pronounced knowing. It's almost like when you get a download on the computer and you hear it because there's a notification, like a ding. To that effect, you're going to feel that separately, or within you, I should say, where you're like, ooh, there's something coming through, or I just got like an epiphany about a question that I've been wondering about. So keep your eyes open. Now we're going to delve into the first quarter for 2023 and take a look at January, February, and March. Let's see what's in store for my Cancers for this first quarter. Page of Cups. So you're taking small steps now. I feel like in the first quarter, you may be taking small steps toward your goals, towards making things happen. This could also be a relationship, but it's definitely heart-centered. Very similar, almost, in energy with Pisces, because you've got some cups here. So I feel like really making sure that you're connected to what it is you're doing, perhaps to your values, is going to be very important to you. In terms of relationships, some of you may start dating or may meet someone or simply strengthen, especially with the bunnies and the red ribbon and feng shui. This is very fortuitous. Red ribbons are usually tied in different knots, right, in different shapes and forms and with different other elements. To the door for good luck, for protection as well, underneath sinks, like the drainage underneath the sinks for prosperity and abundance and ease of flow, because water represents life and abundance, money. So I feel like, and bunnies too represent fertility and prosperity and abundance as well. So some of you may see a greater amplification of connections in your love life, also in your friendships and connections. You may be connecting more, or simply wanting to reach out, or simply feeling the need to emotionally connect to what it is that you do. Let's take a look now at quarter 2. This is April, May, and June. Knight of Swords. Some of these cards have been repeating for a lot of the signs, and I've shuffled this. Aries, Leo, Sag for quarter 2. So with Knight of Swords, I feel like, again, we got Page of Cups for the first quarter. So you may be entertaining certain, again, depending on which area of your life this comes in, but there's a certain, it could be a small nudge, a small step forward, or something like an inspired action that you take, that you first want to assess that there is some type of meaning or meaningful connection behind it. In quarter 2, I feel like there's going to be a lot of communication, a lot of transmission of information, perhaps knowledge, and also action happening, movement. This is where you take the steps. So a lot of times when we have the astrological new year or lunar new year, which is generally around February to March and into April with the start of the astrological new year, that's when we have more momentum coming, and that's what I'm feeling for you. Something is going to shift forward and you are going to go straight at it. You may also receive communication, but I feel like this is your energy that you are going to make towards it. A lot about prosperity and abundance for you guys, because we have the gold and the yellow, and to me that signifies prosperity, wealth, abundance. Some of you may be manifesting this for the 2023. Okay. What else is happening for my Cancers, please, for the third quarter of 2023? This is July, August, and September. Queen of Wands. Fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. I usually denote this as Leo. So this is taking the lead. You're taking ownership here of a situation in your life, and you're putting your energy. This is like bossing up. Using perhaps your authority, your knowledge, your resources, and everything that you know to complete something, to work at it, because this is a lot of intentional energy. This is also very heart-centered energy with Leo. Again, some of you are really shifting deeper into your values. So if love, connection, whatever it is, family, consists or is part of your values base, you're going towards that. And I feel like it's going to be really important for you, because some of you are really trying to make sure that you feel aligned. Some of you may have been involved in, we'll just say, different situations in your life. It's going to vary for everyone, that you felt it was good, but you realized, no, this is not really, it's not right for me. And so again, there's a lot of heart-centered energy here. There's intention here. And when you finally, give an affirmative, like a yes, you're going to go all out. In the third quarter, I feel like the energy, this is summer in the Northern Hemisphere, winter, and for those folks in the South, or Southern Hemisphere, I should say, you're going to put a lot of your energy here, very focused energy. For some of you, this involves love. But again, I feel like I'm getting career, finances, and even just general endeavors in your life, like hobbies. Okay, let's take a look at your final quarter for 2023 and see what's coming up for October, November, December. Seven of Swords. Not a fun way, but okay. I'm going to tell you, because who got this? One of the air signs got it. And sometimes the Seven of Swords can signify treachery, deceit, secrecy, manipulation. It's also about strategy. So I feel like with a lot of this energy we have with the Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, Queen of Wands, and quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, I feel like you may realize, wow, there's been a lot of movement earlier in the year, especially in quarter two and quarter three. It's a lot of energy because air and fire are fast and air fuels fire. So you may feel a little bit like, I got to be a little bit pickier. And so I feel like in quarter four, at the end of the year, October, November, December, you may be a little bit choosier, more strategic in what you decide to pursue. So this may be taking a step back and reflecting and kind of taking stock. Okay, where am I at now? Where do I want to be at the end of 2023? And reevaluating how much you commit. Because again, when you commit too many swords, it could lead to burnout, exhaustion. We're actually past that. Four of Swords is generally dealing with burnout and stress. And so again, be careful that you are not deluding yourself by saying yes to all these things or overcommitting, because sometimes we ourselves can manipulate ourselves and lie to ourselves. We're like, no, I have all the time in the world, I can take this. And then when that situation comes and we're like, shit, I'm overloaded, I'm tired, the holidays are here, I've got this going on. So again, quarter four at the end of the year tends to be one of the busiest for many people. Again, depending on your industry, but for many, it involves, meeting up with family, friends, social engagements, holidays. We are getting through it at this time as we wrap up 2022. So this is basically a choice of strategy for you all. Think clearly and wisely about where you want to put your time and energy, and realize that you do not have an infinite bowl to give out. You got to be choosy. Okay, so now let's take a look at the biggest obstacle you will face in 2023. King of Wands. You got Queen of Wands for your third quarter. So for the biggest obstacle, King of Wands. Okay, so King of Wands, this is someone who's also very intuitive, very charismatic, it's a Leo energy, leadership role. And you got Leo several times, so some of you may have major Leo placements in your chart, or major placements, planetary placements in the 5th house, which Leo rules over. And this to me speaks of creative endeavors, children, entrepreneurship, solopreneurship, entertainment, theater, music, dance, in general, creativity and expansion. So with the King of Wands too, this is about energy. Sometimes, we don't have this in reverse, but upright, the higher expressions of Leo are someone who's courageous, who's generous, who's very loving. And so an obstacle that you may face with the King of Wands is taking on too much, is saying yes, is perhaps not being aware of boundaries, of helping everyone out but yourself. And it's important to connect, also not taking life too seriously, connecting to that inner child of ours. So balancing work and play, because sometimes with all this fire and swords, you can be so caught up in trying to grow a particular area, especially your career or finances, or you may be putting your eggs all in one basket and you're like, whoa, where is the energy left for me? So it's something to be mindful of. I'm getting like, don't burn every other area of your life. Take a balanced approach, because the ferocity of the King of Wands and Queen of Wands too, because you have that in your third quarter, it could burn you out quickly. It's putting in a lot of energy and time into a particular area of your life. And so you want to be mindful that you don't burn out. Let's take a look to see how you can tackle this, how you can cope with this particular challenge. 7 of Coins. This is Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This is actually a beautiful, nice energy. With the 7 of Coins, this is about going slow and steady, even though we see a big ass fire here. But 7 of Coins means taking things and building things one day at a time, right? And not burning yourself out. And so something to balance this King of Wands energy out, potential obstacle for 2023, is taking things slower, slowing down, allowing opportunities for rest, for space in your calendar, space in your life, realizing you won't be able to do it all, especially if it's just you. This is also about building blocks. Sometimes you've got a lot of a sword energy, or sword, but also a wand. You have Queen and King of Wands in your reading for 2023. Sometimes that's very intense energy, very focused energy. And sometimes you have to realize, okay, I need to be mindful of how much I can give and create boundaries around that, because sometimes you won't be able to give everything that you want to, simply because of any sort of limitation. It could be time, resources, and simply realizing, well, first I have to create and concretize that foundational level of what it is that I'm trying to do. I can't expect to get from A to Z, in 10 seconds. No, it's a slow and steady approach. So be careful of being or doing things in haste in order just to complete them, in order to just check them off. You want to take your time and make sure there's intention behind that. Otherwise, you do risk overwhelming yourself and burning out in 2023. Okay, let's get a final card to see what is the overview energy for the 2023 year. Death, Scorpio energy. So there may be, again, significant changes in your life in 2023. And there's an investment. I'm just quickly looking over your cards. There's an investment of energy here. So you may be shedding who you were in terms of your value system, in terms of how you used to operate, especially in relationships and in work. So there are going to be new beginnings. I think overall for 2023, there's going to be a lot of transformations happening for you, a lot of shedding of the old and embracing the new, doing things differently that are going to be more optimal, that are going to be better for your overall well-being, and that are going to lead to success as you define it. This is also, I'm getting about getting comfortable with change. Some of you, because Cancer, you are a cardinal sign, so you're wonderful at beginning things. But sometimes I'm sensing there may be a resistance to changes, especially if you've been doing something for a long time. So be open to anything that changes, when at first you may receive it and you're like, what? Why does this have to change? This was working the way it was. Be open, because sometimes change is what is going to allow you to grow, especially grow in the way that you need to and that the universe is kind of pushing you. Because you did get, for your financial outlook, strength. So again, there could be a lot of things that are shifting in terms of how you see, how you do things, that are going to yield even greater results, greater outcome, bring more fortuitous, like abundance, luck, blessings. Sometimes we're so fixated on on the way we used to do things, or on the way we do things, and we're like, no, I'm not letting go. This is the way I've always done it. It's worked for me. And with this death energy, it's like, wait a minute, there are other ways to do it. Embrace other ways, because you may actually find that it's easier and you may call in more. So be open to that energy. Okay, let's now tap into the Oracle and see what additional messages the universe has for you. What does the universe want my Cancers to know, please, for 2023? Full moon in Taurus. Taurus rules the second house of money. Your dreams need a practical plan. Reminds me of your financial outlook here. You got the Strength card. So for some of you, you may have big goals, which is amazing. Keep them. Don't give them up. And you may be thinking, oh, I don't know how I'm going to accomplish them. Be on the practical sense, take tiny steps, right? Some of you may have dreams of moving, relocating, of, purchasing something big like a car, a home, whatever it is. There's something here that needs to be concretized in an earthly sense. So writing down your goals and then taking just small steps towards them. Because Taurus is someone who plans. That energy plans ahead. And they're good. They know, okay, this may take me 10 years, but I'm going to plan. And once I set my sights on that goal, we're going to work to it. But we have to build a solid foundation each step of the way, because if anything is out of sorts, if is out of alignment, if a nail that I put in that foundation is rotted, everything's going to topple. So again, these are things to consider. And Taurus is a fixed sign, so there may not be a lot of room for flexibility, but it's really not about setting every piece of the plan in stone. It's simply getting started and having some type of overall framework. This is the foundation too. The practical plan speaks of foundation. You got that for 2022, Seven of Wands energy. I get many of you were really focused on putting your energy in building a foundation for yourself. Okay, let's continue on and see what else the universe has for you for 2023. What else do my Cancers need to know, please, for 2023? Okay, we got one card. 35, we got 8. Co-create. Working with others creates new possibilities. Cooperative relationships lead to greater growth. This reminds me of Pisces, perhaps Gemini energy. That's interesting. You got a few cup energies in your career, actually. You got Knight of Cups. So this may call on collaboration. Did you have cups anywhere else? You had... And also for your first quarter, you got Page of Cups. So there may be some connections coming through that are going to help you with your goals this year. I'll just say goals, broadly speaking, because these relationship goals are going to happen in different areas of your life. It could be spiritual soul growth, right? Where we have someone that is helping us on our spiritual journey in career or work, especially with projects, teaming up with others. So be open to that. Okay, let's see what else. What other messages does the universe have, please, for my Cancers? I just felt a bunch of cards here. We got Bird. Stretch those wings and get ready to soar. I feel it already, especially with your cards that you got with the Knight of Swords and all the wand energies. Many of you are preparing to take flight. We got Hamsa. May your Hamsa hand bring you love, light, luck, and protection. This is very much, again, blessings coming in. You got that earlier with the Knight of Coins. You got that in your love outlook. So again, I feel like 2023, especially working with others and connections, but also in general, there's a lot of favorable energy that is going to make itself available to you. I feel this renewed energy with everyone. It's really, really exciting. I feel such a positive shift. Comment down below. How are you feeling? Have any of you felt just a different energy that's coming for you in 2023? I just feel like a renewal. I know the last several years have been tough, but I feel like 2022 was like another lesson. Every year's a lesson, but 2022, damn, a lot. What other guidance and messages does the universe have for my Cancers, please, for 2023? We got regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So some of you may be reflecting and reminiscing, which is common. A lot of you, especially the 4th house, it rules the lineage, family. There may be some type of nostalgia, remembrance. But this is too about releasing, self-forgiveness, compassion, knowing when to let go and when to simply move forward and give that forgiveness to yourself. So if there's anything that's holding on, you're being called to release this. Let's take a look to see how you can best nurture and take care of yourself during this time. How can my Cancers best take care of themselves, please, during this time? How can my Cancers best take care of themselves during 2023? Okay, one more round. If we don't get anything, I'll pick from the bottom of the deck. Okay, we got quite a few. Ooh, we got 5 cards. First, 30, look for fairies. There's something about inner child. Did I mention that before? Some type of magic, luck, joy is coming into your life in 2023. We got 37, which reduces to a 10, which is music. A lot of healing frequencies. Some of you may work with music therapy, be musicians, or actually just implement different forms of music. Perhaps you play an instrument into your routine, but this is another way to get into the flow, to release emotions, to connect to yourself, to transmute. It's incredibly healing. We have, oh my goodness, I think every sign has gotten this. 28, intuition. This is going to be, I should just plant it for everyone in 2023. This is going to be huge because, you know, we've had a collective, mass collective awakening, spiritual awakening. And I feel like in 2023, there's going to be a huge up-leveling and attunement, if you will, of people's psychic gifts. So you all, water signs, are especially very psychic. And if you have major placements of Cancer in your chart, or a lot of Cancer, or even 4th house energy, or even other water signs, Scorpio and Cancer, your intuition is going to be on par. So it's going to be important for you to take care of yourself. Positive affirmations, 41, which reduces to a 5. For some of you that really enjoy and love words of affirmation, affirmations, affirming yourself in different ways, and repeating an affirmation may help ground you. We have 9, clean your space. Pisces got this. This will definitely change your energy here. There's something about changing your energetic frequencies, especially with music, with affirmations, in your child. Something about play. I feel like in 2023, you're being invited to connect more to joy, to what is happiness for you, what makes you feel happy, joyful, content, what makes you laugh, what makes you connect to that youthful, energetic part of yourself. Okay, let's see what guidance the spirit animals have for you all. What messages does the universe have, please, for my Cancers? Got 1 card. Oh, no, you got 2. We got Hawk, Messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision. I remember seeing like a bird here. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. You got this for your career outlook. You got an eagle. So you may be getting messages about your career as well. especially if you're at a crossroads or you're thinking of shifting into something different. We also got personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. Okay, let's wrap this up. Some final affirmations. What affirmations would the universe like my Cancers to know for 2023? Okay, we're going for a final round. If we don't get any, I will pluck from the bottom of the deck. What affirmations would the universe like my Cancers to know, please? Thank you. We've got 2 cards. Okay, the first. When I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of creativity, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. Here, if you want to screenshot it. There's a lot of reconnections happening. You got a lot of bird messages. You're getting ready to soar, getting ready to ascend. I feel like for many of you, something in your life in 2023, especially maybe career or a relationship, it's going to take off. Your final affirmation. To begin the practice of allowing, I must get out of the way and let spirit give me direction. So this is, again, about receiving, tapping into your intuition. Messages are waiting to come in for everyone, and I feel like there's some type of collective disconnection in terms of the energies around us at this time that are really having people feel a little bit like they don't know what they want to do, or you know, the clarity that they need. Wow. I feel like you all are going to be pushed into some type of like limelight, some type of success in 2023. And the universe is allowing you, not allowing you, is asking you to receive, to be ready. Because some of you may not be I've heard open to receiving, but also have difficulty receiving. So again, you got to get very fine-tuned. That's why it says here, focus on your priorities and eliminate distractions. Make sure that you really get clear on what it is you want for 2023, because I feel like things are going to come in fast with the sword and wand energy that you got from your quarters, from, you know, first, second, third quarters, and even the last quarter. Things are going to shift pretty quickly with you guys. My Cancers, I hope this reading has helped. If it has, comment down below. Let me know if any of you have been feeling any of this, have been getting messages, signs, synchronicities. If you're new, comment down below and introduce yourself. I'd love to meet you. Hit the thumbs up button, the like button if you enjoyed this video. And if you'd like to see more content like this and others around spirituality, astrology, energy healing, wellness, and more, consider subscribing. I'd love to have you be a part of my community. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I'm grateful to have you. I'm wishing you a beautiful end to your 2022 year and a wonderful, amazing start to 2023. I will see you soon. Take care.